On the cold and desolate waters of Lake Superior, where the waves weave tales of forgotten shipwrecks and the haunting cries of the wilderness blend with the echoes of maritime history, a mysterious story unfolds around the ghostly vessel known as the Phantom Clipper. This is the chilling chronicle of the spectral ship that sails the fog-shrouded waters, a tale that transcends time and space. Our narrative begins on an October night in 2008 as a group of seasoned sailors, historians, and paranormal investigators set out to unveil the mysteries that lurk within the depths of Isle Royale. Isle Royale, a remote and rocky island in the heart of Lake Superior, has long been surrounded by maritime legends and the remnants of shipwrecks that litter its treacherous shores. The Phantom Clipper, a phantom ship with tattered sails and an ethereal glow, was said to appear in times of impending storms, a spectral warning to sailors braving the tempestuous waters. Dr. Margaret Harrington, a maritime historian with a fascination for the supernatural, led the investigative team to Isle Royale. The air was thick with the scent of pine and the distant howls of wolves as the team approached the haunted island. Armed with historical records, nautical charts, and an array of paranormal detection equipment, Dr. Harrington aimed to bridge the gap between the earthly and the spectral realms that intertwined around Isle Royale. As the investigators set foot on the rocky shores, the Phantom Clipper seemed to materialize in the distance, a ghostly silhouette against the moonlit waters. Dr. Harrington, undeterred by the ghostly apparition, consulted maritime archives to uncover the tales of lost souls and shipwrecks that haunted the island. One legend spoke of Captain Silas Mercer, a seasoned mariner who vanished without a trace during a violent storm in the late 19th century. Locals whispered that Captain Mercer's spirit, unable to find rest, continued to sail the Phantom Clipper through the waters of Lake Superior, warning sailors of impending danger. As the night unfolded, the investigators reported chilling phenomena: the distant sound of phantom footsteps on the rocky shores, the flickering glow of an otherworldly light on the horizon, and an unexplained drop in temperature that seemed to follow the spectral path of the Phantom Clipper. Dr. Harrington, embracing the eerie encounters, led the team to the island's historic lighthouse to set up their equipment. In the beam of the lighthouse, the investigators observed the Phantom Clipper drawing nearer, its ghostly presence casting an ethereal glow on the waters. Dr. Harrington initiated a seance within the lighthouse, calling out to Captain Mercer and the spectral crew that manned the Phantom vessel. The air became charged with an otherworldly energy, and the investigators felt an unseen force guiding them through the ritual. To their astonishment, the EVP recordings captured ethereal voices, the spectral whispers of Captain Mercer, speaking of maritime peril, lost souls, and the eternal voyage across Lake Superior. The investigators, now immersed in the spectral symphony of Isle Royale, experienced a moment of communion with the maritime spirits that lingered within the fog-shrouded waters. As the Phantom Clipper sailed into the distance, the investigators emerged from the lighthouse into the crisp October night. Dr. Harrington and her team, forever marked by their encounter with the ghost ship of Lake Superior, stood on the rocky shores with a haunting awareness of the maritime mysteries that persisted around Isle Royale. Isle Royale, with its desolate beauty and spectral echoes, stood as a testament to the enduring power of maritime legends and the spectral resonance that transcended the boundaries of the living and the dead. Dr. Harrington and her team, forever changed by their journey into the world of the Phantom Clipper, carried with them the chilling tales of Isle Royale, where the ghostly ship continued to sail through the fog-shrouded waters, a spectral guardian of the haunted island on Lake Superior. In the moonlit embrace of Savannah's riverfront, where the Spanish moss dances in the sultry breeze and the echoes of history linger in the cobblestone streets, a mysterious tale unfolds around the haunted riverboat, the Southern Serenade. This is the enigmatic chronicle of the spectral melodies that echo across the Savannah River, a story that weaves together the charm of the South with the haunting mysteries of the afterlife. Our narrative commences on a warm June night in 2010 as a group of local musicians, paranormal investigators, and historians set out to uncover the secrets that resonate within the ethereal notes of the Southern Serenade. The The Southern Serenade, a majestic riverboat adorned with twinkling lights, once hosted lively revelry as it navigated the historic waters of Savannah. However, as the years passed, the vessel fell into disrepair, becoming a silent witness to the bygone era of riverboat festivities. The investigative team, led by Dr. Evelyn Harper, a music historian with an affinity for the supernatural, embarked on a quest to unravel the mysteries that enveloped the Southern Serenade. As the investigators boarded the creaking riverboat, the air was filled with the scent of magnolias and the distant hum of jazz drifting from the historic district. Dr. Harper, armed with her knowledge of musical history and paranormal detection equipment, aimed to bridge the gap between the lively riverboat parties of the past and the spectral echoes that whispered through the Savannah night. The team, comprised of musicians and ghost hunters, explored the dimly lit decks where the lively strains of jazz and laughter once mingled with the gentle lapping of the river. In the ballroom, where decades-old decorations adorned the walls, the investigators set up their equipment, including audio recorders and spectral frequency detectors, to capture any signs of paranormal activity. As the night unfolded, the investigators reported chilling phenomena: the soft strains of a ghostly saxophone, the rustle of phantom dancers, and an otherworldly energy that seemed to pulse with the rhythm of bygone revelry. Dr. Harper, her scholarly skepticism momentarily set aside, consulted historical records to uncover the tales that lurked within the haunted riverboat. One legend spoke of Maggie O'Connor, a talented jazz singer who had vanished mysteriously during a celebration on the Southern Serenade in the 1950s. Locals whispered that Maggie's spirit, forever bound to the melodies of the riverboat, continued to sing her haunting tunes on moonlit nights. Dr. Harper, attuned to the spectral resonance that permeated the vessel, sought to establish communication with the musical spirit. In a moment of spectral communion, the investigators initiated a séance in the ballroom, where the melodies of the past lingered in the Savannah night. Dr. Harper, surrounded by the musicians and paranormal experts, called out to Maggie O'Connor, inviting her spectral presence to join the ethereal performance. To their astonishment, the audio recordings captured ethereal voices, the haunting vocals of Maggie O'Connor, singing jazz tunes from a bygone era. The investigators, now immersed in the spectral serenade of the Southern Serenade, experienced a moment of communion with the musical spirit that lingered within the historic riverboat. As the investigation reached its crescendo, the team moved to the upper deck, where the moon cast its silvery glow on the Savannah River. The musicians, inspired by the spectral melodies, played jazz tunes in harmony with the ghostly saxophone and Maggie's ethereal voice. The riverboat, once silent and abandoned, echoed with the spectral revelry of a time long past. As the investigators disembarked from the Southern Serenade, the warm breeze of the Savannah night embraced them with a blend of history and haunting melodies. Dr. Harper and her team, forever marked by their encounter with the spectral serenade, stood on the riverfront with a chilling awareness of the musical mysteries that persisted within the haunted riverboat. The Southern Serenade, with its faded grandeur and spectral melodies, stood as a testament to the enduring power of Southern charm and the spectral echoes that transcended the boundaries of the living and the dead. Dr. Harper and her team, forever changed by their journey into the world of Savannah's haunted riverfront, carried with them the haunting tunes of the Southern Serenade, where the spectral melodies continued to serenade the moonlit waters of the Savannah River. Nestled amidst the rugged cliffs and pristine landscapes of Acadia National Park, where the whispering pines stand as sentinels to centuries of natural wonders, a mysterious tale unfolds around the abandoned ranger station known as Pinecrest Lodge. This is the haunting chronicle of the spectral echoes that reverberate through the ancient pine groves, a story that blends the beauty of nature with the enigmatic mysteries of the afterlife. Our narrative commences on a crisp September day in 2016, as a team of park rangers, historians, and paranormal investigators set out to unveil the secrets that linger within the silent corridors of Pinecrest Lodge. Acadia National Park, with its sweeping vistas and dense forests, has long been a haven for nature enthusiasts and seekers of tranquility. Pinecrest Lodge, once a hub of ranger activities, had fallen into disuse, its weathered logs and abandoned rooms concealing the echoes of a bygone era. The investigative team, led by Dr. Samuel Caldwell, an environmental historian with an appreciation for the supernatural, embarked on a quest to uncover the mysteries that permeated the heart of Acadia. As the investigators approached Pinecrest Lodge, the air was filled with the scent of pine needles and the distant call of a hawk soaring above the cliffs. Dr. Caldwell, armed with his knowledge of environmental history and paranormal detection equipment, aimed to bridge the gap between the timeless beauty of Acadia and the spectral energies that lingered within the pine groves. The team explored the deserted lodge, its windows now framed by creeping ivy and the once bustling rooms now filled with an eerie silence. In the common area, where the fireplace had long since burned out, the investigators set up their equipment, including thermal cameras and spirit boxes, to capture any signs of ethereal activity. As the day unfolded, the investigators reported chilling phenomena, the subtle rustle of unseen footsteps, the creaking of phantom floorboards, and an otherworldly energy that seemed to pulse with the rhythms of the surrounding nature. Dr. Caldwell, his scholarly skepticism momentarily set aside, consulted historical records to uncover the tales that lurked within the abandoned lodge. One legend spoke of Ranger John Lawson, a devoted naturalist who vanished mysteriously during a powerful storm in the 1940s. Locals whispered that Ranger Lawson's spirit, forever connected to the rhythms of Acadia, continued to patrol the silent corridors of Pinecrest Lodge, ensuring the park's natural balance remained undisturbed. Dr. Caldwell, attuned to the spectral resonance that echoed through the pine groves, sought to establish communication with the environmental spirit. In a moment of spectral communion, the investigators initiated a seance in the common area, surrounded by the ancient pines that whispered tales of centuries past. Dr. Caldwell, his words blending with the natural symphony of the park, called out to Ranger Lawson, inviting his spectral presence to join the ethereal dialogue. To their astonishment, the spirit box crackled with responses, the whispers of Ranger Lawson, speaking of the interconnectedness of nature, the ebb and flow of the tides, and the enduring spirit of Acadia. The investigators, now immersed in the spectral echoes of Pinecrest Lodge, experienced a moment of communion with the environmental spirit that lingered within the heart of the national park. As the investigation continued, the team ventured into the pine groves surrounding the lodge, guided by the ethereal energies that resonated through the ancient trees. Dr. Caldwell and his team, now accompanied by the spectral presence of Ranger Lawson, felt a profound connection to the timeless beauty of Acadia and the mysteries that enveloped the natural wonders of the park. As the investigators departed Pinecrest Lodge, the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows through the whispering pines. Dr. Caldwell and his team, forever marked by their encounter with the spectral echoes of Acadia, stood on the cliffside with a chilling awareness of the mysteries that persisted within the ancient groves. Acadia National Park, with its majestic landscapes and spectral resonance, stood as a testament to the enduring power of nature and the ethereal echoes that transcended the boundaries of the living and the dead. Dr. Caldwell and his team, forever changed by their journey into the heart of Acadia, carried with them the haunting whispers of the pine groves, where the spectral energies continued to harmonize with the natural rhythms of the timeless park.